everyone, welcome to Cactus Caffeine. My name is Anna. In this channel, I share with you my passion of growing cactus and other desert plants in a desert environment over a cup of coffee. So for today, we are going to do some cactus grafting. And then just to give you a brief background, I am actually new to grafting, guys, but how I got into this grafting is because of this cactus. I made a video on how I tried to propagate the pups of this Rabusia hiliosa. So what I did was I took out some of the pups and tried rooting them in soil. So it was not successful. I tried rooting them twice. I did a second round and still it did not take. So finally I decided to just take off one pup and tried grafting myself. And to my surprise, it actually was a success. This is grafted for almost a year now, and then these are the other ones that I successfully grafted as well. I'd say they're a success because they're still hanging on. And also some of them have developed new offsets. See, they're popping. This one is producing a little pop right there, so that is telling me that these are actually successful, and then this one is developing growth on top as well. I said before that I do not like the look of cactus when it is grafted, and I still do not. I still prefer them growing on soil in their own roots. But over time, I've learned the value of grafting, especially if you grow cactus in cultivation. For these three cacti right here, I've tried many times rooting them in soil with no success. So until that time that I am successful, I will be growing them for now grafted. But I will still keep trying to root them on their own. These are the three cacti that I want to make another graft of. And the reason that I want to make more grafts is because the rootstock that they used here is a jungle type of cactus or a tropical type of cactus. This is a dragon fruit. And for me, at least in my environment, dragon fruits don't last very long. They last for about a year or two in my environment, and then they don't make it. So this is not a very stable rootstock for me. So I want to graft these desert cacti onto another type of cacti that can withstand the harsh desert environment. Again, I am new to grafting, so this is not really a how-to video on grafting. This is merely to show you what I did to successfully graft some of the cacti that I did so far. And if you guys have any experience grafting, feel free to comment down below the process that you did. If you have any tips that you can share to me or to our viewers, feel free to leave a comment down in this video. So let's get grafting. Alright everyone, it has been exactly 12 days since we did this graft, and by the way, today I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm drinking this vitamin water instead of coffee today for hydration. So it is time to see if my grafting is successful or not. And before I proceed, I just would like to welcome all the new subscribers to this channel. There's been quite a few of you who told me that you are new to this hobby and you are enjoying watching my videos. So thank you and welcome. Alright, so let us now check if how these guys are doing. As you can see, I did several methods of trying to keep the scion and the rootstock together. So I'm still in the process of discovering which process is the best. Alright, so let's do this easiest one first. And let's check. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay. So that looks good. It's hanging on at least, and it's not falling even if I tip it over. Alright, so that is the first one. And then let's see this one. This one I had to put extra rubber band because my mesh is thick and it wasn't really holding on well to the spines. Okay, this rootstock, by the way, I don't know what this is called, but when I was doing the slicing, I noticed it did not have a lot of the fluid or the sap on it. So I don't like it, but I went with it anyway. But I prefer these ones because when you slice them, it has more of the juice inside or the sap, and it helps make the scion stick to the rootstock. So let us see this one. Alright, so it is hanging on, but it's too soon to say if it's successful or not. Normally I would wait for, or I want to wait for new growth, a visible new growth, before I could say if it is a successful graft. Alright, so this is the Blossfeldia lilliputana, or the smallest cactus in the world. Let's see if I can move it. Okay, so looks like it is attached. At least it doesn't move when I try to tap it a little bit. And then lastly, or not the last, but second to the last, and voila. All right. Okay, so I don't want to tap it too hard or I might make it fall, but it looks like it is also attached. We will see. I will give you updates on this, so watch out for my future vlogs. Most probably that's where I will show you updates on these grafts if they are successful. Ow, a spine got into me. Ow, that hurts. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, watch out for my future vlogs. And by the way, this last one right here, this is just an experiment. I grafted one of the tips when I cut off the tip of, I think, this one. It is very small, but I tried grafting it. This rootstock is a Trichocereus grandiflora hybrid. I saw in other videos that they are able to use Pharaoh cactus or even the golden barrel as the rootstock. So I tried using this one. I don't have any golden barrel or Pharaoh cactus that I can afford to sacrifice being a rootstock. So I found this. I have a lot of Trichocereus pups that I've been growing, and I'm willing to sacrifice this one because this one looks unsightly because of all the scars on it. So I decided to experiment and use this as a rootstock. But I could tell that this one is not successful because the cyan is actually shrinking. And then I could see a gap on the side right there, because what happened in here is that the middle shrunk too much, or that's why I always make sure that I slice like diagonally or at an angle on the side to make sure that the middle portion is the highest point, because when you cut the cactus, I found out that the middle portion would always shrink lower than the sides. I think this one I wasn't able to slice the edges at an angle, or I should have done it more at an angle, because the sides are actually pushing the cyan. So I'm not sure. It's attached. I'm not sure if it actually attached to the rootstock or it's just the sap, you know, the dried sap that make them stick to each other. But we will see in the future if this will still hang on. But compared to the others, this is the cyan that looks more dehydrated than the rest. Alright, so that is my amateur take on grafting. So I need your prayers, guys, for the success of these new grafts that I did, but I will keep you guys posted. Alright everyone, if you like this video, remember to give me a thumbs up, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye everyone, and cheers.